calling it a party because Mom loved to party. Everybody that knew her knew she was so happy to have a party. So I'm just gonna, anybody that has a story, a favorite story about Mom they want to tell, I'll start, and if anybody wants to, Alex is gonna record it for us. So, if you have a favorite funny story, silly story, whatever. My favorite story Mom always told was when they were kids and she'd get on the bus, Dad would hit her when she walked by. And she said to Uncle Walt, "He does not like me. Why does he hit me?" And he goes, "No, he likes you. He's just too shy to say anything." So they ended up dating, and then a lot of people don't know, Mom was actually engaged to someone else. Did you know that? She was actually engaged to somebody else. Dad was in the Navy. Dad sent her a letter how he loved her and couldn't live without her, so she went to meet him and they got married. But that was always my favorite story, how he used to hit her going by on the bus because he was too shy to say that he liked her. No. And Jason wanted me to tell the story that he was fishing with Dad and Grandma right over in the cove by Uncle Jack's over here. And Jason caught a big fish, and Grandpa's going on and on about how, oh, you're going to get your picture in the paper, that's the biggest fish, and you're going to be famous. And 5 minutes later, Mom caught a bigger fish. So, stole his thunder,
We got done with the bass tournament, pulled our boats up on the truck, and the guy who parked next to me come up and says, "I know you." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I'm Jimmy. I was your radio operator in Vietnam." And the next thing he asked is, "How's your mom?" Because she'd send a care package every week. And my platoon lived for every week when they came in. It'd be ham and soup and a little Jack Daniels. I don't know where she got that. But that's what kept us going for a year. And that was the second thing he asked me. Not how I did in the tournament, was, "How's your mom?" Everybody in the platoon knew Mom.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But going to school was another thing. She helped me out a lot because I think it was in the sophomore year up at Sault Ste. Marie, and my eyes, I got ulcers in both eyes, and first was one eye, and went to the doctor and he put a patch on it and packed some grease in it, and I went back a week later, the other eye was hurting, and so he puts a patch on the other eye, which leaves you blind. And he called me a taxi, and there was no sense in me going to my sleeping room, so I directed him to your mom and dad had a place out of town. And she read out of my textbooks to me for 2 days while I was doing calculus by ear.
Oh, yeah. That could have been tough.
But anyway, I want to say what a wonderful, wonderful time in a young life that you kids had down there. This was a perfect place to raise the children.
It was great.
And Donnie and Mike had a lot of memories, and then Ron came along, and Ron was a bit of a troublemaker, Ron had a little temper, But they all got along good, and the memories are still there, so that's why it's nice.
Between Donnie and Michael, I was the guinea pig, you understand?
No, I didn't know that.
So if they built this tree swing, Kathy sat on it first.
And
So that if it broke, they wouldn't
They would get on it, yeah. I believe that. I had
Lulu
three
was my favorite aunt. I only had two. I remember when we were young, my mom and dad got to go on a business trip, and there was only 5 of us then. And the girls went to Aunt Judy's house, and the boys got to come here to Aunt Lulu's. And me and Renee were so jealous that we didn't get to go to the fun aunt's house. I'm always going to remember Lulu's laugh, her sense of humor. She was a riot. I loved when you hug her, she'd hug you and then go, "Okay, that's enough, that's enough."
Okay, when we first moved here, we were kind of young. We were like 20, and Lou was the first one that came to our house to welcome us, and she went down the road at each house and she'd say, "Now, this one does this and this one does that, and don't go over there because you always aren't welcome. But she went to every house. So I always remembered Lewis, the first person that greeted us, and she was always there if I needed something. I could always call Lou. I mean, we weren't at each other's house all the time, but we didn't have to be. We knew we were there. We'd go garage sailing, and she'd say, I'm looking for this today. And I'd say, Lou, what are you going to do with it? She said, I have the perfect place. So I'll always remember Lou. She was a good...
I would just like to say that Mom was the best mother-in-law in the world. I loved her like my own. I said, she gave me a wonderful husband, and I'm so thankful to her that I now have a sister-in-law. I said, I never grew up with sisters. I always had brothers. And it's made Kathy and I close, and I am so thankful for that. She was a wonderful lady. Her and I shopped and we dropped, as you can tell. I said, she was my best friend. And I miss her terribly. But in all that, it's made all of us closer, which I think is a good thing.
Hilda loved to gamble. And I took a day off about 7 or 8 years ago to take the whole family, down to the casinos in Detroit. Well, there was kind of a stipulation. We were all supposed to sit there, and whoever was the biggest winner was supposed to buy dinner. So we're all sitting there and we're saying, where's Hilda? Where's Hilda? It's time to go. We had to literally drag her off the machine. So we asked, everyone's in the car, and I'm driving back home, and I said, well, okay, who's the big winner? Of course, I was the big loser. My mom won 100, my dad lost 40, and Hilda walked away with $475. No wonder we had to drag her away from the machine.
All right, everybody.
Take care.
If you have a glass, please raise it, and a toast to Mom. It's what she would have wanted.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers.